welcome back to this DE Blocks feature. Today we're talking about the front page. Now the front page is basically where students land when they first log into Canvas. So here's an example from my Promise Sandbox. The students log on, and because of the features I've chosen here on the edit screen, they actually see some brief information, something about the grading, and then a welcome video that they can click on and then get some information about the class. The goal, I think, of discussing this as a DE block is to improve student ability to effectively and efficiently navigate your course from day one of the class. What we envision in this training is that the minute that the student logs onto that class, that student is able to know, okay, here's what's due in the class this week, here's where I start, and here's how I navigate the Canvas shell, basically. From the home page or front page, we advise you to clearly indicate how to begin the class. As well, please provide the roadmap, such as the modules, that details what the students should do next and throughout the class. So basically, the first thing you want to do is, here's how you start the class, make that very clear on the front page. Secondly, here's the roadmap. Here's where you go, step 2, step 3, step 10, step 20, and so forth. Let's actually look at a few examples here. And so what I'll choose here would be some effective classes that basically were taken through the CVC-OEI statewide. I actually signed up for these classes. I've had access to them. So this one is ECE Psych 102, as you can see, OEI approved. So what's cool about this is the instructor contact, Dr. Marinelli Laster, is listed here. And then as you scroll down the page, it says start here, right? Join the class discussion, syllabus, weekly announcements. This is very meaningful. It's clean, it's graphically approachable, there's not a lot of junk on the screen. You know, of course, you'll see the tabs, and in the student view, of course, you see a little bit of a different view. You still see the same tabs, but as you can see, the students will look at this, and then they'll say, well, I want to get started. What do I do? Okay, click on the course modules. And once you do that, the modules are laid out in a very meaningful manner. So the work is chunked in meaningful content areas. You could see that it's generally the same content happens. So to do is always the first item on the list. In week 1 it is. In week 2, it's still to do at the top. It's not like the 4th item on the list. That kind of consistency and stuff that maybe we take for granted in class, we shouldn't. This is a very meaningful and easily navigatable class. We'll leave the student view, and we can look at one more example today. I encourage you, these are freely available. If you want to take a look at some of these classes, definitely check it out. This is a social class that I actually worked on, and it is very specific to using the OpenStax textbook, so that's pretty prominent here. And then basically you can click on course interview, course overview, about your teacher, and learner modules. And as it says here, click on the following to begin. The course overview takes the student to the syllabus. If I then go back, I would want to get started, so I click on learner modules, and that starts the process of navigating and beginning the class. You click on the welcome, the getting started information is listed, followed by weekly work, what you have to do, and then week 1 begins here, and it has all the information. And as you can see, a lot of these classes, I'm scrolling down, this is one entire class, okay? This is, you know, significant, right? We have a lot of content in our classes. But the key in this training is to really emphasize that it is important to have a class that is meaningful in terms of the layout, in terms of the getting started when the student first logs onto the class. So I encourage you to check out many of these other fine examples of CVC-OEI approved classes in the future. Remember, we're all here to help, so good luck in your efforts as you try to make that front page of your Canvas class more meaningful and easy to navigate for our students. Please continue to your next block.